Hello, work life warriors. I hope you're doing well. Happy hump day. How are you today? How are you doing? We are in the middle of the work week. So, how are you? Is everything going excitedly this weekend? Is everything going poorly? Are you having a little bit of anxiety, depression? How's everything going? Share with me in the chat. How's everything going this work week? Are you playing as hard as you work? Are you doing anything fun? Interesting this morning when your alarm went off? Were you excited? Or did you dread it? Did you dread going to work this morning? If so, there are two reasons for that, or one or the other. And sometimes it's a combination of both. But one, it means that you may not be in the right profession or in the right career with the right company. Or two, you are not playing as hard as you work. You are not going out of your way to manage your stress. Stress is a part of our life living in this society. It is not optional to manage your stress. It is something that you have to be intentional about and you have to do every single day, no days off. Just like you have to take care of responsibilities and obligations, and those things cause stress. You have to do what you need to do to release stress, to decrease cortisol in your body, to improve your overall quality of life. Because if not, the days, weeks, months, years just roll on past, and you don't even feel like you're engaged in your own life or that you're producing the type of experiences that you want to have, places you want to go, things you want to do. And so, in order for you to do that, you have to practice stress management. Again, it is not optional, it is something that you have to learn to do and do well. It is something that you have to learn to do in every aspect of your life, whether that's work, family, friends, community, church. It is a skill and it is something that we need to learn. So I have at 12:01, what I like to do is I like to try to do this within 15 minutes. I'm not sure if you're on break or lunch. You may just be on a 15-minute break, or this may be a lunch break, but either way, I would like to do it in 15 minutes so that I can give you some of your time back. I do this every Wednesday. This isn't the wellness work break today. And most Wednesdays we do deep breathing. We practice deep breathing. Some Wednesdays I do different things, but most of the time it is deep breathing so we can ground ourselves, um, listen to our body, get in tune with our mind so that we can go back to work and be more engaged and productive and produce the quality work that we want to, right? And so Wednesdays, I do this at noon. On Fridays, I do Fun Funny Fridays at noon. We do a little laughter yoga for 15 minutes. So join me on Fridays if that's something that you would like to learn. And it's so fun. Laughter is something that we can do every single day. We can incorporate more joy, play, laughter into our everyday experience. And so it is great to be more intentional about using laughter to reduce cortisol in your body. And on Mondays, I give you a new tip, tool, trick, or technique every Monday to help you manage your stress. So join me at noon if you would like to learn a new tip, tool, or tip, tool, trick, or technique. All right, so I have 12:03. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So welcome, work life warriors. I am Ebony Davenport. I teach stress management. I show people how to utilize fun management solutions to decrease stress and counter burnout so that we can be happier, healthier, and well balanced. I use over 50 tools, tips, tricks, and techniques to manage stress. But today we are going to be talking about the king of stress management, which is breathing. Breathing is a necessity that most of us take for granted. We don't even think about it, right? But it's so vital to our life force. It is our essence. Stress is feeling out of control instead of in the peace. And when we are stressed out, our breathing is the first thing that is impacted. Our breathing rhythm changes under distress. Poor breathing habits diminish the flow of gases to and from the body, making it harder for us to cope with stressful situations. Improper breathing contributes to anxiety, panic attacks, depression, muscle tension, headache, and fatigue. If an insufficient amount of air reaches our lungs, our blood is not properly oxygenated, and our heart rate and muscle tension increases, and our stress response is turned on. So, anxious people take tiny, shallow breaths. They move the air in and out via their shoulders, rather their diaphragm. This type of breathing throws off the body's gas equilibrium. Shallow overbreathing, or also known as hyperventilation, can amplify anxiety symptoms by making more of them, right? Increasing your stress symptoms. Some of these sensations can be alleviated by controlling your breathing, but I believe once you get really, really good, all of them can alleviate your symptoms, right? Just practicing breathing techniques can help to eliminate each symptom that you're having, depending on which breathing techniques and what symptom you're experiencing. So learning to be aware of your breathing by practicing slowing and normalizing your breaths, your mind will become quiet, your body will relax. Breathing awareness and good breathing habits will enhance your physiological and physical well being, whether you practice them alone or in combination with other relaxation techniques like meditation, yoga, reading, walking, meditating, prayer. You can mix so many. When you inhale, the air is drawn in through your nose where it's warm to body temperature, humidified, and partially cleansed. Our diaphragm, which is a sheet like muscle separating our lungs and our abdomen, facilitates our breathing by expanding and contracting as we breathe in and out. With each breath of air, we obtain oxygen and release the waste product carbon dioxide. So there's two types of breathing. There's the breathing that most of us do because we're taught in this society to stand up straight, to stick your chest out, to suck it in. And so many of us practice chest or thoracic breathing, and it's not really beneficial. I know when I started to learn about stress management and learn about breathing patterns, I was very surprised to realize that I was breathing improperly, that I wasn't getting enough air in. And so I had to practice. I had to dedicate 2 or 3 minutes a day at two or three different times to practice, and just increased until I got better and switched from chest or thoracic breathing to abdominal or diaphragmatic breathing. So, chest and thoracic breathing is often associated with anxiety and other emotional distress. It is common in people who wear restrictive clothing, lead sedentary lives, or stressful lives. Chest breathing is shallow and often irregular and rapid. So we want to shift to more abdominal or diaphragmatic breathing. So abdominal breathing is how we breathe naturally as newborn babies. If you ever like put a baby or watch a sleeping adult, you'll see that when they breathe, their belly rise and fall as they're breathing, as opposed to chest or thoracic breathing, which your shoulders rise. The air is inhaled deeply into the lung and exhaled through the diaphragm. Breathing is even and non constrictive, and the respiratory system can do its job of producing energy from oxygen and removing waste products. So let's take a poll on how we're breathing, right? So let's just do two different polls. Okay. We want to see if we're breathing with our chest or our abdominal. So let's take 30 seconds and just take a couple of deep breaths and just see how you're breathing, just so we can get some awareness so we know what we have to work on. So plant your feet, sit straight up in the chair, relax your body. We're going to take a deep inhale through our nose just to kind of shake out everything. And then we're going to practice some natural breathing and see if your shoulders rise or your belly rise when you breathe. Okay, ready? Take this deep breath with me. Inhale through your nose. Okay, natural breathing. When you're practicing chest or thoracic breathing, this is how your shoulders will rise when you're breathing. That is not the correct way to breathe. You want your belly to expand and contract as you are breathing. You want to inhale through your nose and push it all the way down to your belly and exhale from your belly. Let's try to practice some diaphragmatic breathing. Ready? Go. You should feel your belly going in and out. Good. Now, the second thing we want to check is, are we getting enough air? Are we getting enough oxygen? Is our breathing even and non constrictive? So, are we taking enough air, which is robust, or are we taking in tiny, shallow breaths, which is shallow breathing? So, let's just listen to see how much air we're actually taking in as we're breathing. Ready? Go. And the way you know that you're taking in enough air is that your inhales are the same length as your exhales. Your exhales may be a second or two longer, but generally you want it to be even. So share with me in the chat to the right. Share with me in the chat, how do you breathe? Do you breathe with your chest, or do you breathe with your belly? Is your breathing shallow or is it robust? Share with me in the comments if you need to do some work to change your breathing from chest breathing to belly breathing. And chest breathing is common, so no worries. It's just a process of being aware of how you're breathing and practicing moving from chest breathing to belly breathing. So, by increasing awareness of our own breathing patterns and shifting to more abdominal breathing, we can reduce the muscle tension and anxiety present with stress related symptoms or thoughts. Diaphragmatic breathing is the easiest way to elicit a relaxation response. Most stress comes from thinking about the past or worrying about the future. But when you are in the present moment, when all of your attention is focused on deep breathing, there isn't any room for anything else to enter. So let's do maybe we have about 5 minutes. Maybe we'll do 5 small breathing exercises, and then I will go ahead and wrap it up. So, again, let's start by planting your feet. We're just going to practice some natural breathing. We're going to sit straight up, and then we're just going to give awareness and attention to how we're breathing and that we're breathing. We're going to be grateful for the air that is coming in and out our lungs. We're going to feel it as it enters our nose, down our throat, into our belly. We will pause for a second and feel it as it, comes out of your body, back out through your mouth. So make sure that we are breathing or exhaling through your mouth. So ready, go. Okay, now let's do some straw breathing. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale through our nose as much air as we can. No effort, no strain. We just want to naturally take a deep breath. And then we are going to pause and let out a deep sigh quickly to release the air, right? So I'll do one and then you do three with me. Remember, inhale through your nose. Pause, and we're going to sigh it out. Ready, go. Two more times. One more time, make it a good one. All right, now this time what we're going to do is some straw breathing. We're going to breathe in as much air as we possibly can. We're going to pause for about 2 to 4 seconds, and then we're going to push the air out through perched lips as if we're drinking through a straw. I'm going to do one and then join me. Ready? Two more. One more, make it a deep one. All right, the next one we're going to do is some box breaths. What we're going to do is two different layers of it. First, we're going to we're going to inhale for a count of 4, and then we're going to exhale for a count of 8. Now, this is the first level to this exercise. I will do the first one and join me in the next 3. Ready, go. Ready? Join me. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Let's make it a robust breath. Inhale. Last one for the day. We're going to do one level above that. We're going to inhale for a 4 count. We're going to pause for a 4 count. We're going to exhale for a 4 count. And then we're going to pause again for a 4 count. We're going to do 4 of them. I'm going to do the first round and join me for the last 3. Ready, go. Ready, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready, inhale. Last one, inhale. 2, 3, 4, and pause. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and pause. 2, 3, 4. Natural breathing. That's right. Just breathe naturally. Just focus on how you breathe naturally. So, how do you feel? How do you feel after doing 5 small breathing exercises? How do you feel? One of the great things about using breathing to reduce stress is that you can practice it anywhere, anytime. There are so many ways to incorporate breathing into your most stressful moments. That's what makes breathing or deep breathing the king of stress management. I absolutely love to utilize my deep breathing techniques. I do them anytime, not even just during distress, but anytime if I'm waiting in line, if I'm driving, if I feel myself becoming anxious, or if I want to raise my energy levels, I utilize breathing. It is so easy to do. Once you manage it, you can use breathing techniques to do almost anything to alleviate any symptom. So What are your plans for managing your stress today, this weekend? Please share with me in the chats. Did you make any plans? Do you have any plans? I bet you made plans for work. I bet you made plans for other aspects of your life. You have to plan for stress management. It is non-negotiable. It is not something that you can wait on. It is not a second thought. It needs to be in your first mind at all times, because life is demanding. People are demanding. You have so much that you have to do throughout the day. So many expectations, and a lot of it can cause stress. Traffic can cause stress. Parenting, health choices. So many things cause stress. So it is not optional to manage your stress. And you want to make sure that you're doing so adaptively, that are not picking up maladaptive techniques that don't necessarily help you to manage your stress and to keep your cortisol levels down. So if you just need some help with that, if you want to join the group, I have a stress management fun shop every third Saturday. Check out my social media for that, or my website tells you all about it. If you just want to learn on your own, like I said, on Mondays at noon, I come and give a new tip to trick or techniques to manage stress. So join me Monday at noon. Wednesdays, we do deep breathing. Fridays, we do laughter yoga. But do not be ashamed. Stress management is something that you have to learn. Stress education is something that you have to go and seek. It is not something that we're taught. That's why we think stress is normal, even though it is not. Challenges are normal, stress is not. And we cannot perform optimally when we are stressed out, burnt out, not engaged in our lives, and not excited about producing. So go out of your way to manage stress. It is your responsibility to do so. Only you will benefit from it, but everyone in your life will get secondary benefits from you managing your stress and showing up to be your best self. This life is yours, so it's up to you to add, the juiciness into life, the joy, play, laughter, all of the good things that make you excited and joyous and curious about the life that you're living. It is your responsibility, no one else. So do it with glee, do it with joy. Be excited about waking up daily, another day to master yourself, to bring the experiences that you want to your life. You deserve it. And again, as long as you make it a priority, you will achieve well-being by making it a priority. So if you have any questions for me, work life warriors, please share with me in the chat. Also, you can send me an email. You can send me a message on my social media platforms. As always, I'm here to serve. I want to help. I want to be of service and help people manage their stress so they can go and add some much needed value in the world by practicing stress management. It gives people the energy to pursue their purpose, and we're all here for a purpose. And so it is my pleasure to serve and give you the toolbox you need to manage your everyday stresses. So I'm going to go ahead and go. That was about 20 minutes. I just wanted to make sure that I stepped past and talk with you today. So thank you so much, Work Life Warriors. I'll see you Friday at noon for some laughter yoga, and enjoy your hump day. Have a great